Raytho needs an. Raytho couldn't join, could he? Right, okay. We are back. Hello. Sorry for the little interruption. We had a little bit of a lobby glitch. We like that. So round 14. So we got 11 drivers in now. So let's set the grid. Let's set the grid. Custom grid editor. So on pole we had Marshall. So he can go up to the. Whoa! What's going on? Marshall was pole. Chandler was second. Third was Schnitzy. Fourth was Neil. Fifth was Invader. Sixth was AJM. Then it was Raytho. Then it was Muhammad. Then it was Mank, Mosh, and Mackenzie. Perfect. Confirm changes. Right, if tier 2's here, you can ready up. Okay, can you put it in the chat so then we can get on with this. So we wanna details.
So, in case anyone's wondering what happened, we had a lobby glitch and had to restart. The race will be determined by the qualifying session that occurred. So whoever finished P1 down to P10 will be starting in their respective positions.
So we're not cheating anyone.
So no one can complain about us putting them in the wrong position. Has someone's left the lobby?
Who's left the lobby now? Mank, Invader, Mackenzie, Mohammed, AGM, Mosh, Chandler. We haven't got 2 minutes. Fuck's sake. Yep, still alive.
Nice watching, we do apologise. There's not the professional attitude that we have around here at the moment. We do apologise.
It's normally more professional than this. Yes, I do agree. And now they're taking the mick. So we will be underway shortly, hopefully. Tier 2, please no safety cars, because right, he's in. So now I've got a settings, structure. Right, where did I say Chandler was?
P2.
He was P2, yeah?
In qualifying, yes.
Right. Up. There. P2. Back. Confirm. Tier 2. Right here.
As we get ready for 26 lappers around Baku. Is this one of your favourite tracks or not, Kieran?
Yeah, it actually is one of my favourite tracks. Surprisingly. But I quite enjoy driving around Baku. When I'm not hitting the walls, it's my favourite. When I'm... But yeah. We move. So we are now live. The race is now going to be underway. Mackenzie's joined, so we've put him in last because he's serving a qualifying ban, which will be served. Let's view the stream in the control room.
So it's going to be very interesting, this race between these drivers after
Yeah.
that long delay, which we do apologise about. But as we get prepped for this round 14 of
Top
Tier
10
2.
must start on tyres qualified on or will be penalised. Right, and I've got pictures of what they've qualified on, because I know it was the top 9 were on softs, 10th was medium, and Mackenzie's got a free choice because he's outside the top 10. Right, so we had a lobby glitch, we are now back, hashtag ad, hashtag sponsor, couldn't solve that problem. We will begin underway in the next 20 seconds for round 14. So we have lights and sorry, we have 5 red lights and away we go for OBF1 Tier 2 Championship. It looks like a very slow start there from Marshall. M Chandler getting the lead of the race in turn 1, but the race is not won in turn 1. There is no collisions or any major damage in the turn 1 either. That turn 2, however, there was quite a bit there. That means Mohammed has dropped down to 10th. Mackenzie has jumped up to 7th. There's a lot of place changes going on here. Keith, what do you think of that start?
Yeah, it was really clean, no contact apart from a little bit in turn 2, but other than that, that was really good. Didn't cause any DNFs into turn 1, which was really brilliant.
Amazing. Right, we got... Oh my god. Marshall will be penalised.
In case you're wondering, everyone, why he might be penalised, is because of his tyre choice, where he qualified on the soft tyres and not the medium tyres. In case anyone's wondering.
I did put it in chat. Mosh put it in chat as well. Fantastic. So, closest battle on track, AGM and Mackenzie. AGM making a move on Mackenzie. Then Mackenzie looked like he touched the wall. Mohammed has lost a place to Mosh, but gained a place on Mackenzie. Manchester and I think Mackenzie's got missing an M plate. He is. We got Marshall on the back of M Chandler as well. On the start finish line straight, he's probably going to burn his ERS. Can you commentate a sec, Key? I've got an important chat to talk about a second.
Yep, so as M Chandler sets the fastest lap of the race on lap 1. So far, M Chandler's leading the race, as Marshall's only 3/10 behind him at the moment. As Mank gets the move done on Ratho there. As Ratho comes into the pits to change his tyres. Assuming, oh, he's got a broken front wing end plate, like you mentioned earlier. So Ratho comes into the pits, and so does Mackenzie after he collided on the wall with lap 1. As we got a close battle now, as Snitchy's closing in on Marshall here after he gets a slow exit out of turn 5 here. So as we got a yellow flag as Snitchy has spun during turn 7. Not good news for Snitchy there, as he got to wait to rejoin the track safely here. As he's dropped down 6 positions there, not ideal for him. As M Chandler is now 1.4 seconds ahead, absolutely flying from M Chandler here. brilliant from him so far, as Marshall's looking to close that gap.
I'm not sure yet. I'm just discussing. I believe it'll be the penalty Marshall will get for not starting on the right tyres. Will be a penalty with the length of a pit stop around here.
So M. Chandler is almost 2 seconds up on Marshall here.
He is, but obviously we got. Well, we want to talk about the gap and the penalties at the minute.
Yes. But as Neil and Invader's thinking about making a move down into turn 1, is he thinking about it? Marshall goes along the outside, but Invader gets the move done on Marshall there. As Neil overtakes Marshall here. So Marshall's dropped 2 positions now. As Neil gets a little bit of wheel spin there, but continues safely ahead of Marshall. As Marshall's thinking about making the move here. Down the inside, will he get the switch? No, he's not going to try and make the move there.
He thinks better of it. Neil looks like he made a bit of contact there with the wall as well, Kieran. But he hasn't got any damage that I can see. There's pit stops going on between 9th and 10th. That's to help Mackenzie get a few positions back. He's up to 10th. He won't be able to jump Mohammed though, sadly, for him. So this battle for second is quite close. Obviously, M. Chandler has got a nice gap between second, so he's not going to be affected by a DRS catch-up. And Invader is going to be very vulnerable on the back straight due to the fact he won't have DRS, but Neil and Marshall will both have DRS.
So far that's our only battle at the moment, as most drivers are separated by more than a second. Apart from that battle for P2.
That is true. Ratho is 15 seconds back from Mank because of that early pit stop. He's gone on medium, so he's going to have to do another pit stop. Obviously a 2-stop is doable around here and getting a good position. But maybe it would be worth trying the hard, see how you feel, and hope there's a safety car if you don't like them. As I say that, Neil Marshall gets past Invader. As I said, he was very vulnerable on the back straight. Will Marshall be able to get past Invader as well on this DRS straight? Because Invader will now have the DRS. And he does. Neil Marshall obviously hasn't got DRS, but he may be able to catch up with M. Chandler if he's quick enough through the next couple of corners. Obviously, we don't know who's got what set upon, so obviously M. Chandler could be running a low downforce setup for the straights and very slow through the sectors 2 and 3. Or sectors 2.
Oh, as Invader hits the wall there, out of turn 7.
It doesn't
I'm
look like
not
he's
sure
got
if
any
he has
damage.
damage.
It doesn't look like he's got any visible damage, but obviously... So I hope you guys are enjoying the stream. We've only been live a couple of minutes due to that lobby glitch. We have got a qualifying session kind of stream now and a race stream separate. If you want to commentate for a minute, Kieran, I've got a little adjustment to make to the previous stream that we were live on during comms, during quali.
So, at the moment, obviously M. Chandler absolutely flying out the top here. Almost 2 seconds up, 1.9 seconds ahead. And that battle for P3 is going to be very interesting. As Marshall's thinking about making the move on his teammate here, his Mercedes teammate here. He's thinking about making the move. Will he get the switchback? Invader get the switchback? No, he absolutely flies past him as Marshall claims up into P3. But not only that, we got AGM here. Almost 6 seconds behind. As we look at Invader here, thinking about making the move on Marshall here. Will he get this? He's just about too far back to make the move on into turn 3 there. So as we got Mank coming into the pits now for a wing change, assume that's for damages, as he switches to the medium tyres here. As Snitchy and Mackenzie battling here for P10. He does not get the move here. Oh, as Mackenzie hits the wall here. Not good news for him. Does he have any visible damage? He has got end plate. Oh, he's DNF'd. Mackenzie has DNF'd here on lap 5 of the round 14 Baku Tier 2 OBF1. He has caused a safety car. Mackenzie has caused a safety car here, which is not good news.
Mank
So this will bunch up the field a lot more. As you were saying, Kieran.
Was Mank involved in that, or was that just himself?
Nope, it was just Mackenzie himself.
Mackenzie
Had end plate damage going after turn 1, hit the wall into turn 1, and then carried on turn 2. He just couldn't make the move, and then DNF'd and his wheel came off.
The silly goose. That's not what he was gonna want. So we do have a safety car on lap 5 of round 14, the penultimate round. Obviously the final round being in France next weekend. Next Wednesday. We got a few drivers.
So what's interesting here is both Mercedes are coming in on the same lap.
Oh, double stack.
So that might slow them down here. It definitely will.
That will slow Invader down. That's not gonna help with that. But Invader has gone on to the hards. He is making the long stretch to the end. But Marshall, sticking with the mediums, obviously he started on mediums, so he's going to have another pit stop, where Invader is not. So Invader has the advantage on his teammate, plus the penalty applied to Marshall at the end of the race. Well, not the end of the race, but after the incident reports have been reviewed. What's your opinions on this, Kieran? What do you think is going to happen when the safety car goes in?
Well, obviously this will bunch up the field a lot more, so there's going to be plenty of overtakes opportunities here, but with that double stack on Mercedes there, it managed to work out, luckily, so they don't lose track position. Invader did not lose track position to AGM there, but it's going to be very interesting when we get back to green flags here. But I can see a few potential overtakes happening. If M. Chandler can defend off Neil and Marshall here, I think it'll be a nice race for M. Chandler here. What about you? What would you think is going to happen on the safety car restart?
Well, obviously we got that long straight where M. Chandler's going to have to back the field up enough to allow that safety car to go in.
As we're on lap 6, 21 laps to go left of the Baku OBF1 Tier 2 race. If you're enjoying, make sure to leave a like and subscribe for more good content.
Obviously we have had one subscriber as well. We are now on 39. We are going up the ranks. Thank you to whoever subscribed and whoever's watching. If you haven't already, do subscribe. We do appreciate it. It will help us out. And we're hoping to get to a point where we can, you know, get a little bit of YouTube perks, as they call it. And maybe start handing out prizes to our drivers for certain things, such as championship wins and stuff. We have got all that in the plans, but we just need the funding to do it, which we can't do without your help.
Yeah, every like, every comment, every subscription is vital and appreciated a lot.
And remember, that red button is free. You don't have to pay a penny.
Click it now.
Or Kieran won't recover from COVID.
And who doesn't want that? For me to recover, please. I need help.
Right, so yeah, as I was saying, M. Chandler's got a long straight to back the field up on. He's gonna want to get a jump on Neil as well, considering they're not in the same team. It's gonna be a difficult restart for him, based on the others, as Neil's gotta just guess when M. Chandler's gonna go, and he's gotta get it right. The rest of the field won't be as affected, as they will have tow and slipstream. But obviously M. Chandler being a former Tier 1 driver, he's not the worst driver to race against, as in he's gonna He's going to know what he's doing, basically, is what I'm trying to say here. I don't know where I was going with that, but he knows what he's doing.
So, this is going to be vital for the Drivers' Championship. Obviously, in terms of the Constructors' Championship, it's a very different story, because no Alfa Romeo drivers are here tonight. Obviously, Alfa Romeo leading the championship by 211 points. And then in P2 is... Who is in P2 in the Constructors? Oh, the safety car's in.
Safety car is in this lap. We have Haas in second in the Constructors. And if M. Chandler wins this race, but doesn't get the fastest lap, he will have 201 points. So he'll be 10 points away from Alfa Romeo coming into the last race. M. Chandler going nice and slow back in the field, right up. Neil Mars are very close. A lot of these cars are closer than ideally would like to see, because we know about the collisions. M. Chandler has dropped the gauntlet, though. He is away. He's away nice and early, to be fair. Neil Marza obviously looks like he's judged that well. Obviously, he's got the slipstream as well to help gain. I don't know if he's burning in his ERS. He's not. M. Chandler isn't either. So M. Chandler will keep P1 going into the first turn, which means he can run away again. Anything else going on through the field? As we can see, I don't think there's any position changes so far as of yet. Nobody's fighting each other. Into turn 1, turn 2. We have got a car looking to make a move, but thinks better of it. I know it was a Mercedes. I think it was Invader, but I wasn't quite sure. We have got Neil in second place, M. Chandler in first. This is looking very nice, very juicy. Very good, very nice.
Yeah, it's so far no overtakes at the moment. It's bunched up the field a lot here, but so far no overtakes at the moment since this safety car restart. Only one DNF so far, which caused the safety car, unfortunately. But other than that, who do you think is going to win this race, Kieran?
Well, M. Chandler has pulled up a second gap already on Neil. So, by the time the DRS becomes active again, he could be well out of a second. So I think M. Chandler has a good chance of winning this race. But, obviously that's not including time penalties for track limits, which aren't really easy to get around Baku, but they are there. And Invader also has a chance. If these hard tyres work for him, he's going to the end where M. Chandler may need a pit again.
Oh, as Snitsy makes the move on Mohammed here. Down into... Can he get the switch back? No, he cannot. Oh, they have a little bit of collision there. As Snitsy does not DNF, he safely rejoins the track. Unfortunate there. A little bit of collision, I believe so, between the two drivers.
I believe there was a little bit of loss of traction. In my experience, that's what it looked like.
He has lost his entire front wing there during that incident, so he will need to pit again.
That's not going to help Snitsy out in the Constructors. Obviously, Snitsy is where in the Constructors? Snitsy is second in the Constructors, and he's level on points with M. Chandler. M. Chandler leading in the race, Snitsy down in 9th. So obviously, M. Chandler will pull away from Snitsy at the end of this race if it stays the way it is. Obviously, that's not included.
Yeah, totally agree with you there. Lots of traction, that's what I believe happened during that incident on lap 8, sorry, my apologies. During turn 1, I think he had a little bit of loss of traction, and unfortunate for him to lose his entire front wing for Snitsy here. Oh, and speaking of which, he has DNF'd.
Oh.
Out of turn 14.
I want to see
out of turn 14. Will this cause another safety car?
If not,
as Marshall and Neil battling here, down into turn 1. Will Neil think about getting the switch back on him? They come wheel to wheel. Is there any contact? No, there's no contact. Brilliant racing from these two as Marshall gets a switch back on Neil here.
I'm very surprised that wasn't a safety car, considering where Snitsy was placed. Because he wasn't on track. He was on track, like right on the racing line. Right. We have issues.
So we have got 2 DNFs. Unfortunate for City there, in terms of the Drivers' Championship here. Unfortunate. Very unfortunate, as so far the driver that's made up most positions since the start of this race is Marshy. He's gone from P10 up into P6.
And there's still positions to gain, but again, he's done the same as M. Chandler. He's gone on the mediums. It's going to be a tricky situation. I think Invader could, if there's no safety car, Invader's looking good for the race win, as long as he can stay within 30 seconds, well, 27 seconds, I'd say, of the driver of M. Chandler. And the current gap he has from M. Chandler is 7 seconds from M. Chandler.
Yeah, what's interesting, as Raytho makes the move on Marshy here, as Marshy's going into the pits here, I presume for a tyre change. Oh no, he had front wing damage, he did. So he's switching onto the hard tyres, he is. Marshy's going on to the hard tyres, so he's going to want to go the distance.
He is. What tyres did he start on? I believe they were mediums, weren't they?
Mediums, I believe so.
Yeah, see, my strategy, what I think I'm going to do, I think, personally, my strategy for later, I'm going to try and qualify on the mediums, regardless, and get to lap. At the start of lap 19, I'm going to pit.
Interesting strategy. Let's hope no Tier 1 drivers are watching. Oh, as Neil has contact during the castle section there. That castle section's really deadly here. Oh! He has DNF'd. Neil has DNF'd here.
Oh no.
Our third DNF of the race, and that's caused another safety car.
Is it the Aston Martin safety car? We need this information. I forgot. It was Mercedes, wasn't it? I think.
Yes, it was a Mercedes safety car. So
got
that's not good news for Neil here. Through the castle section, I think he lost a bit of his wing and then lost control out of turn, whatever turn that is after the castle section, and spun it into the wall. Unfortunate for Neil there, as he was having a really good race.
Obviously, M. Chandler pitting again. He started on the softs. He can go on the mediums again. Going on the mediums now will go to the end of the race. What is M. Chandler going to do? He is going on the mediums. M. Chandler's fitted the mediums, which means he can go to the end. Invader also probably not worth pitting. He is going to go to the end, but M. Chandler's going to have tyre advantage over him. AGM still hasn't pitted. He might pit at the end of this lap, but it's not a guarantee. He has got 5 lap old mediums, so if he doesn't pit, they will go to the end, I believe, or just make it to the end. They will. The wear would be excruciating for grip. As Mank got a 5-second time penalty for speeding into the pit lane. He's put on mediums as well.
Naughty.
Mosh, obviously on hards, probably ran out of mediums. It's going to be interesting. Why is Marshall going so slow?
Yeah, Mohammed's going off track here. There's overtakes.
Yeah, that was
not allowed.
That is because Marshall was going slow for some reason on circuit, which
is not allowed.
They overtook. I don't know what Marshall was doing. He was going very slow. And it's not a wing problem. He's still got his front wing. So I'm kind of confused to what's going on.
Yeah, same here. Very confused on why that incident happened. But the drivers are in their respective positions. As we are on lap 12 of this round 14 OBF1 Tier 2 race around Baku. If you're enjoying, make sure to leave a like and comment your favourite F1 team.
I am my favourite F1 team.
What's your F1 team's name?
Mine.
Yes, yours.
It's not very appropriate for the world.
Is it
to know.
PG or not?
Yeah, it is. It's what is my team name? I
He
don't
doesn't
actually know
even
my.
know his own teammate.
No.
As Mohammed over... Oh, never mind, my apologies. Coming into the pits, Marshall is. Never mind. I got excited then. I thought we had pit drama on track. So, as we were at start lap 13 behind the safety car. So, Marsh comes into the pits.
So,
Marshall goes onto the soft tyres as well. So, the one who's lost out on the most positions here is Marshall. He's lost 7 positions. Not sure why that happened, as he is going really slow.
Yeah.
Not sure why either.
I do.
Why is that?
Because he has sent a message in the Discord, avoiding an AI penalty as well.
Oh, right. Very interesting.
But as well, if you become too far back from the rest of the cars, you do get penalised by game, which happens in real life. You got to leave. You can't be no more than 10 cars away.
So is the safety car gonna come in this lap? Yes, yes it is.
It is fantastic news.
As AGM tries to back up the field, because obviously he needs to defend. He has not pitted for a while here, so he is on old mediums at this point. He's on 6-lap old mediums. Invader on the hards behind him though. He is closing in. You're not meant to do that under safety car.
What happened?
Invader overtook him under safety car when it was a yellow flag.
Right. Silly goose.
So, I'm not sure why he would do that there, but as we got a close battle between Mohammed and Raytho for battle for P4 now. Obviously, Raytho on the hards, Mohammed on the medium tyres. He's just about too far back to make the move there on Raytho. As Mank gets a move, but goes slightly wide, hits the wall. Has he got any visible damage? He has not got any end plate damage there, but obviously we will not know if it's going to affect his driving. So, not sure why Invader did that under yellow flag conditions.
Obviously, if it gets reported, it would be something to look at, but that's if it gets reported by one of the drivers, the driver he did overtake. Obviously, M. Chandler has fallen back quite a bit now under this safety car restart as well. AJM has got ahead of him, and Invader has got a 1 second gap, but obviously he's on the hards. He is on the slower tyre compared to M. Chandler and AGM. M. Chandler will have the best advantage in gains of time coming into the straight compared to the 3, because he's right on the back of the both of them as AGM goes wide. M. Chandler is going side by side, coming into the left right.
There's a little bit of contact there. Oh,
Oh,
there's a lot of contact. Oh, disgusting from these two drivers.
what were they thinking?
That is not how you race. Another safety car. M.
I'm
Chandler. I'm not sure, as Mohammed gets a 5-second penalty with a collision with the Marshall there. My apologies, it was meant to be the other way round. But I'm not sure as we get our 5th DNF. Those two. As Marshall comes into the pits again to change his wing, so he did have damage. And he is opting to go for the medium tyres.
Yep, smart choice.
So we will be finishing this race if no other drivers DNF with 6 drivers only. Appalling here tonight.
Obviously, Mackenzie was his own issue. That's fair enough. He couldn't handle the fact he didn't have a wing, and he just couldn't control. Wasn't used to the handling of his car with that wing damage. He should have took it a little bit easier, but he didn't. M. Chandler and AGM, that was stupid.
Yeah, totally agree with you there. I don't know why he would think turning to the right and turning into him, and then AGM trying to turn to the left, try and get away with him, obviously. One driver turning to the left, one driver turning to the right, obviously they're going to collide into each other. So, not really professional driving from those two tonight. It's not their usual standard, but
Yes.
unprofessional.
It was very unprofessional, and I'm not being funny. M. Chandler, yeah, he wants to get his positions back, but he had a long straight. He was behind AGM, which means he's going to have tow. He was also behind Invader, which means he's going to get a double slipstream, which he's got ERS as well to use. He could have got past AGM easily on the straight if he had just stayed behind. That would have been the wisest thing. I would have stayed behind. Got a long straight to overtake. So, I don't know what both of them were thinking, really, because I don't exactly know what they were both doing. I wasn't on board with them. I was just viewing the outside, but there was smarter choices.
Yeah, because I was riding on board with both of them, and M. Chandler was trying to turn to the right, I believe, and AGM was trying to turn away, turn to the left, and unfortunate event happened. As Raytho is leading at the moment, obviously he's on the hard tyres, as we're under safety car conditions at the moment, and you've got Mohammed in P2 on the medium tyres, Moshi on the softs in P3, Invader in P4 on the fresh mediums, and then Mank in P5 with fresh mediums, I believe. That's why he pitted.
Indeed. Obviously, Marsh benefiting massively from this, from the 5 cars that have DNF'd. Getting up to 3rd place. Marsh could be on a podium at the end of this race. Obviously, this is not the race that any of us wanted to see. It's quite disappointing. If you guys want to leave a like just to cheer us up a little bit, that would be greatly appreciated.
Yeah, please do. We're going through some stuff tonight in this OBF1 Tier 2 race around Baku.
We've got one of the easier tracks to race at next week, so if this happens next week, there will be serious discussions in chat.
Yes, we get 5 DNFs around Baku, which is very interesting. An easy track to overtake, but with all these DNFs happening, it's become a very intriguing situation. Do you know what that word means?
I wasn't listening, to be honest. I was reading what Mitch had put in the chat.
Right, as we get the safety car in this lap, as Raytho will get the pace of the field.
I don't think anyone does want to win this race, no. To be fair, this is not the standards we expect of the drivers, as it looked like there was almost contact between Mohammed and Mosh. Raytho with the race lead coming into turn 1. Invader behind Mosh, Mank behind Invader, Marshall pitting. for soft tyres, he's going to go for the fastest lap, I believe.
So no overtakes so far. As Invader's very close to Mosh there, almost had contact, but thankfully he did not. Going down into turn 5.
We have an update on Tier 1 as well. Tier 1 is pushed back a couple of minutes due to the issues we've had today in terms of safety car and the lobby glitch. So it will be interesting to see how...
Oh no! Oh, Mohammed gets his braking point wrong and crashes into Ratho. Are we going to have any drivers left tonight?
Well, luckily Rather didn't DNF. That was...
He has got... I don't believe he has any visible damage to us, commentators.
Who's that now, Ratho?
Mohammed.
Ratho has got no M plate. Mohammed, if he's got no damage, then he's very lucky. He's got no
he just got
damage.
his braking point wrong there. Through the castle section and crashed into Ratho, rear-ended him, and luckily both drivers, none of them DNF'd.
I don't know what is going on tonight, but this is not the standards we'd hoped to see in OBF1 at all. And this says...
As Invader's thinking about making the move on Mosh here. Will Mosh get the switchback? Again, wheel to wheel, no contact, balloon racing from these two so far. As Invader takes the lead of the race of the Baku Grand Prix.
We got 3 cars in the pit, Mohammed, Mank and Ratho.
So, it's unfortunate that only this many drivers will potentially finish at this rate. It's very unfortunate, as we would expect more drivers to finish. That's what we always want. We want all the drivers to finish the race, to all see the checkered flag, but unfortunately, that's not what we will get tonight.
Sadly not. Hopefully we get a better race next week in France.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. Let's hope the driving standard is much better for next weekend. Next Wednesday.
This isn't real F1 key. Although, next month, can't wait, Bahrain. First race of the season. With a
Have we got a yellow flag here? Marshall spun. Just before the castle section in Sector 2. Has he got damage? Come on, camera, change, please.
He doesn't look to. I can't see no end plates missing.
No.
Luckily for him, the closest battle we have on track is 5th and 6th. It's Mohammed and Ratho again. Is there going to be contact this time? Find out after the ad break. This stream is brought to you by Race Insights. Find out your
Please
drive.
subscribe. Hashtag ad. Hashtag sponsor. Marshall gets a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings on track.
So he's going to get a 33-second time penalty in total.
Oh, as Mank and Ratho battling here. As Mohammed closing in on Mank here. So Mank could lose 2 positions here if Mohammed pulls this move off down into turn 1.
Mohammed, Mank going defensive. Mohammed, is he going to send it? No, he's not. He thinks better of it. Good choice there. Sector 1, yellow flag. We have a car around. It is Marshall.
And he has lost his front wing. Unfortunately, he has to do an entire lap
without a wing. Obviously, Mohammed on the back of Mank. They're going side by side into turn 3. There is a bit of contact. None of them hit the wall, though. That's a little bit risky, considering the nature of that corner. But Mohammed manages to make the move work. Didn't cause too much damage. The collision wasn't severe enough to cause damage. So that was an okay move there from him. Obviously, now we got massive gaps through the whole field here. We got Marshall falling off massively due to his wing. We got Mohammed and Ratho a 27-second gap. I don't understand how that happened, but it has. Mosh has got a 5-second gap to Invader. So it's...
Yeah, so the field's very spread out at the moment, which is So half the field are on softs, half the drivers are on mediums, as Invader sets a fastest lap of the race with a 1:43.0.
And Mohammed also hits the wall coming through in the last corner of Sector 2. Luckily there's no damage of any kind. Maybe a little bit of emotional damage. Emotional damage.
If you know the meme, leave a like. Please.
This race is a meme. I don't say that lightly. Wraitho pulling away from Mohammed. Again, I don't understand. Yes, I do. I lie. That 25-second gap was from between Mosh and Wraitho, not Mohammed and Wraitho. I have made an upsie in the chat. Marshall has retired, but where has he retired? Was he in the pits? I hope he was in the pits. Because we have only got one car.
I believe so, yes. Yes, he was in the pits, Marshall was. But this race, obviously he will get a ban because obviously he started this race on the incorrect tyres where he qualified on the softs, not on the mediums.
We didn't specify a ban with a 30-second time penalty.
30-second time penalty.
But he's DNF'd, so we can't apply a 30-second time penalty. So that will be a discussion for us later on in the admin chat. I will be asking what we are going to do about that. There might be a race ban. It could be a qualifying ban. Could be just points. But we have...
Oh no, Mohammed and Wraitho have contact here, going just before the start-finish straight. Unfortunate for these two. Luckily, none of them DNF. Wraitho has not got damage. I'm not sure about Mohammed. I think he has bad internet connection.
Was that Mohammed again?
Yes, it was Mohammed again.
Right. There might have to have a chat with Mohammed about this race.
Because that's the second time I believe he's caused a collision. I'm not sure.
Oh, I'd hate to see the race day chat right about now.
As we've only got 5 drivers left. As we're coming near the end of this race. The OBF1 Tier 2. It's very unfortunate to see only 5 drivers finishing this race. Don't you agree, Kieran?
It is. It's not what we want to see. We want to see all our drivers finishing the race across the line at the end of lap 26. But we haven't got that, and quite frankly, I'm disappointed in the drivers that have been involved in incidents today. It's been a poor race all round for Tier 2. Obviously, M. Chandler, Schnitzy, both in the run for the Drivers' Championship, now losing points due to the silliness of today. AJM is the next closest. No, Mosh, sorry. No, AJM, I was right. AJM is the closest on that is here tonight. Also missing out on points. So the closest one on track at the minute that will gain points if it stays just the final 5 is Mosh.
Yeah.
Even Neil
the
was...
only person.
Mosh currently sitting 6th in the standings. Might be... I think he'll jump Sanchez to go 5th tonight.
So, as we're coming up to the final few laps of this race, what are your overall thoughts of this race today?
I don't think my thoughts will be suitable enough to air on the internet with possible children watching. CDM in we're on about here. I'd rather keep it in until we get back to the Discord. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, very not the cleanest racing from Tier 2 drivers today, with a lot of DNFs, collisions with each other, poor judgment going into corners that don't fit 2 cars or 3 cars. But other than that, overall it's been very appalling today from the driving standards and their sense of going into corners.
It is mega disappointing. Obviously, Invader picking up points today, but there's a 13-second gap between him and Marsh. Marsh is falling back. Mank receives a 3-second time penalty for corner cutting. That means Invader won't even. What is 64 plus 25? That's 80. Neil could jump above. No, sorry. Invader could jump above Neil. He could gain 2 positions from this race alone, based on the end of this race.
Yeah, so not many close battles going on track here. The only close battle is between Ratho and Mohammed. Not Mohammed, my apologies. Mank and Ratho here. Battle for P3, but other than that, as Mohammed sets a fastest lap with a 1:42.9.
He is on the second youngest of tyres, as Mosh has pitted. I repeat, Mosh has pitted. So that means Mank has closed the gap at his teammate. There is a 5-second gap, but Mosh can go for the fastest lap now. He's not going to have the assistance of DRS, but he has got fresh tyres. Low fuel. What do you reckon, Keith? Do you reckon he's going to go for it?
It's very interesting, but I think he will go for it. I think he will try it.
Indeed, he will. And that means Mohammed may lose his extra point. Obviously, I think he's getting 10 points in his current position, I believe. 25, 18, 15, 12. Yeah, 10 points plus the 1 for the fastest lap. 11. But Mosh is going to come across the line to start his first attempt to get the fastest lap. So we're going to stick on board with him. We're going to talk you through his lap to see how well he does. See if he can negotiate turn 2 nicely. He does negotiate turn 2 nicely. Very easy to lose the rear end through there. I don't understand why there's a bit of lack of grip there compared to the rest of the circuit, but there is. Turn 3. Takes it nicely, hits the curb a little bit though, that might slow him down a bit. Mohammed's gone for another fastest lap with the 1:42.3, as Mosh is coming through turn 4 nicely. Coming through turn 5, gotta keep it nice and tight to the wall to open up the corner for turn 6. Excellent there, I think. Obviously turn 7 now is a very sharp corner. You want to try and get over that curb, but if you hit it wrong, you're gonna have a lot of oversteer. You hit it wrong, even further wrong, you're going to get a track warning. Obviously here's a little bit slidey because of the low speeds that the drivers are going through there. There's a lack of downforce because the speed is not pushing the car down to the ground. Obviously if you drove a car at that speed, it will not stick to the roof of a tunnel. But Mosh looking good for a fast lap here. Coming through the couple of final turns. Obviously he's got the left, right, and if we get the lap details, that's not the lap details, the lap data, he's on for a 1:29 coming through the final turn really, so it's just a little kink there, so I'm not classing that as a turn because I don't want to. Mosh coming across the line with no DRS, he's not burning his ERS, he hasn't got much to be fair, and he hasn't set the fastest lap of the race.
Yeah, Mohammed coming out the final turns 19 there, very shaky. He did collide with the wall a little bit, but other than that, so far he has got the fastest lap.
Obviously, Mosh could try again. Obviously, he could have just been building ERS that lap.
So far, our closest battle so far on track is Mank and Ratho. Other than that, Invaders 31 seconds ahead.
It's been a pretty quiet race. The invites for tier 1 will be out in 5 minutes as well.
And make sure to join me with commentary as well for tier 1.
The channel will be Kieran Wee
Yeah,
double
wee.
zero. There we go.
Come and say hi.
Wraith, obviously, I hope you'll. Oh, Mank's hit the wall. Mank has lost his wing. There was no collision between the two drivers, but Mank did lose his wing. Is he gonna try battle position without a wing?
No, he. Ooh, I'm not. No, he cannot. I don't think he can battle this.
He's trying to.
He's going. I'm not sure. Yeah. Ooh, he's lucky not to DNF there.
He's lucky not to affect Wraitho as well. Wraitho getting past nicely. I think it was a little bit silly of Mank there to defend his position, considering he has no front wing. Obviously, he wants that position, but he has got a time penalty already. So Wraitho already had 3rd place, so Mank should really just let him go. His fight's not with him, his fight is with Muhammad. At this point, Muhammad 12 seconds behind. He would have stayed in 4th place. So, Invader is on the last lap. I don't know. Mank might not keep 4th place.
Ooh.
I thought we were all on lap 26. Turns out we wasn't. Invader is. And Mosh. Wraitho just coming in to lap 26. Ahead of the two. Muhammad has got P4. Mank will finish in last. But this race is well and truly Invader's to lose. He's coming through the last couple of corners. Coming through nicely now. Doesn't want to hit the wall and DNF into the last few corners. Through the fast left and right turns. Doesn't lose any grip. He has not lost it. Is he going to decide to pit and win the race in the pit lanes and be cocky? Hopefully not. He's weaving like he's won the race.
On the straights.
Yeah,
as he wins.
The funniest
potentially
thing, I'm sorry, but if Invader had lost it while doing that, that would have been fantastic.
It would be great content.
I would have laughed. But he didn't. He managed to keep it together and win the race. Mosh coming home in 2nd now. He's not going to set the fastest lap, I don't believe him. Mosh is doing the same thing. But he's doing it nice and gently, like he doesn't want to lose traction. He comes across the line.
He doesn't want to spin out and embarrass himself.
Wraitho next across the line. P3.
And Wraitho does not do it. Is Muhammad going to weave on the straight?
I think he's trying to, but he's putting in the RS that he doesn't have, so really confusing there.
Ooh, Mank almost hit the wall there.
I did see that. They're all weaving. I don't understand why.
I'm not sure what's going on with our drivers tonight.
It was not a great session from them, but that is the end of the penultimate round of OBF1 Tier 2's Championship. That was quite disappointing to see, but as always, thank you guys for watching. Congratulations to Invader for winning a race. Is that his first win this season? Invader, let's have a look. Invader, that is Invader's first win this season for OBF1. So congratulations to Invader for his first win. That is all from us. We shall get to see you guys again next week, hopefully. Subscribe, enjoy, peace.